You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about Brendan Sorsby, the Texas Tech quarterback, who, of course, had transferred in out of Cincinnati. Everybody found out he got busted for gambling on sports, including games he was actually involved in, but did not actually play. Still, he gambled on his own team. There was all kinds of sports this kid gambled on. I mean, to know that this kid's got the kind of problem he's got, because he was gambling on everything. I mean, shit that as soon as you heard it, you're like, oh, okay, you're a gambling addict. Gotcha. Full-blown addict. Well, guys, it looked like he was not going to be able to play college football this year because the NCAA had already yanked his eligibility. However, there's now been an injunction awarded to Brendan Sorsby, restoring his eligibility. By the way, there is a 2-game suspension. The court did order a 2-game suspension. I know a lot of people are like, really? Just 2 games? Now, here's the thing. I'm sure this is Florio. He's a lawyer. Yeah. The NCAA will undoubtedly issue a statement with the usual whining about the patchwork of state laws that undermine the ability to create an order, whatever from the chaos that the NCAA and its members created through a system that unreasonably denied players the ability to make money for a decade. It will fuel ongoing plea for a federal buyout of college sports via a license to violate antitrust laws with all other businesses must comply with. The NCAA will likely appeal, and the clock is still ticking on Sorsby. June 22nd is the deadline to apply for the supplemental draft. And in case you're wondering, Texas Tech got a heaping helping on Monday when a judge granted the quarterback Brendan Sorsby a request for a temporary injunction against the NCAA. All right, here we go. This is Pete Thamel, a judge in District Court in Lubbock, Texas, has granted the injunction requested by Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby. He's set to be eligible for the 2026 season. He admitted to wagering at least $90,000 on 9,000 bets, including involving Indiana football when he was a member of the Hoosiers in 2022. He will be serving a 2-game suspension. This is wild. Jeffrey Kessler. This is a result. He will continue in treatment, devote himself to his team and educating others about the dangers of gambling addiction, and there is no damage to competitive integrity of NCAA games. So, wow. Number one, I keep telling you guys, the NCAA has no real power anymore. I mean, let's just be real. They're sort of a benign entity that is one lawsuit away from losing everything. They can't seem to. Trinidad Chambliss, remember, trying to get his eligibility? He's playing for Ole Miss. He didn't have to enter the supplemental draft or the regular draft. This is pretty wild. It is. Now, let's go to Pete Thamel's post, because there was a lot of, this thing, 8 million views on it this morning. Texas Tech, the judge. Yeah. A lot of people, a lot of people saying that. Pete Rose went to his grave having never witnessed himself being inducted in the Hall of Fame for what this guy is being granted eligibility for. Look, can't wait to see DraftKings Locks of the Week by Brendan Sorsby. Guys, it wouldn't shock me if we end up looking up at an actual player that plays is giving predictions at some point. Brendan Sorsby finally won a bet. Damn. Damn. This is the number one problem with college sports. Get a judge who likes your team, and you can basically get an injunction to get away with anything you want. Interesting. College football's effing dead. How in the F is this even allowed? A Lubbock County judge? What the F is this shit? We have to be living in the effing twilight zone. People are losing their minds over this. In 10 years, college football will no longer exist. F judges and F the people at the top and F the decision makers. They've taken the greatest thing we had and turned it into a circus for more money. Well, here's the thing. In college, the college football will no longer exist. Yes, it will, because the ratings are going up. College football is a juggernaut, in case you are not noticing, and it's steamrolling upwards. Like at some point, I can tell you right now, Roger Goodell and the NFL need to look over their shoulders at college football because they continue to climb and climb and climb. As long as we look up and we're like, oh, shit, we're getting Ohio State and Texas on the schedule. College football is not going anywhere. Let's not go crazy. Remember when the NCAA decapitated USC for a wannabe NFL agent talking to Reggie Bush 3 weeks prior to the championship game? It's ridiculous. That was ridiculous when it happened. I mean, seriously. If you're a Texas Tech fan defending this, you're a spineless coward. Wow. District courts versus NCAA rulings. Yeah. What the frick? Okay. Stop. The judge. Oh, hilarious. Honorary Red Raider. Guarantee you the judge is alumni of the school and the donor. Well, now a couple of weeks ago, supposedly, a Texas Tech alum judge removed himself from the case, and they put in a guy that I couldn't see that he was went to Texas Tech. The NCAA generally has no control over anything. Nothing. Lubbock County judge sides with Tech player. Weird. How can you justify only a 2-game ban for a guy who gambled on games involving his own team? The optics can't be worse. Tech would be taking a huge risk here, much like Ole Miss is with Trinidad. Injunction does not mean it's finished in court. If the court rules months down the line that either Sorsby or Trinidad were ineligible, it would void the team's entire seasons over a single player. Shit, they're going to go forward, I guarantee you. The truth is the NCAA never had any real enforceable authority. That's really the thing that's being exposed. Is the NCAA, they've always kind of made the rules up as they went, and nobody ever challenged them on it until like the last 5 years. And now it's like, oh, you can't play. And everybody's like, F you, see you in court. Because they've just made their own rules, and they're not really enforceable rules. This goes back to me telling you, you're going to start seeing college players that either don't get drafted or don't get drafted high enough, in their opinion, such as a Shadur Sanders or Quinn Ewers, and they almost did, by the way, or insert other player here. We're heading down the road where they're going to be testing the NFL's rules and college football's rules too, because they're going to be in the draft and they're going to be like, oh, hell no. I was supposed to have been drafted by the end of the second round. It's the 5th round. I haven't been drafted yet. I'm going back to school. And they're going to yank themselves out of the draft. You're going to see all kinds of things coming down the pipeline. Well, it's a rule. Yeah, it's a rule that a lawsuit can blow right through. It's a rule to who? You know? Wow. Now, let's say the appeal gets in And it's after the supplemental draft is passed. If you're Brendan Sorsby, I'm sure he's thinking, I'm absolutely going to play now. But what if the NCAA was to somehow win its appeal? I don't think it will. And maybe they're counting on that. But then the supplemental draft comes and goes, and I don't know. I don't know what you would do. Play in the UFL next year? I mean, what would you do there? Interesting. That's something to think about. Man, I was going to be interested to see who grabbed him in the NFL supplemental draft. That was going to get very interesting. It could have very well been a team that everybody was like, that kind of the Vikings, the Steelers, the Browns, Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.